What is up, everyone? We are going to be playing some Timberborn, which is a game about beavers. Everyone loves beavers. Okay. Love you. Wish me luck.
Got this.
I know. Okay, we gotta make up a terrible name for our town, and it's gotta be a pun using wood and or dams. So this is gonna be, old... Oh, hold on. Gotta be able to click in there. Old Longwood. This is going to be our beaver town. So recently they came out with a new update to the game, and I'm pretty excited about it because I like this game a lot. What in the world? Overhang. Okay, I gotta just kind of check out what they did to the map here. Okay, so features of the map. First of all, it's a city builder. You play as beavers. Everything is dam oriented. This is a after apocalypse that killed all the humans. Beavers were the ones that took over after us. So the gist of it, you've got to control the population of trees because you use wood for everything. Then you've got to control food, and you've got to have an ample supply of water using dams and levees and things like that. So there's good water, which is this blue, and then there's bad water, which is this color. I don't care about you, BattleNet. Go away. Okay. So the bad water, if your dudes swim in it or drink it or anything like that, it'll make them sick and they'll end up getting hurt. And they won't work. So instead, what you do is you try to only use good water. Hey, Tired. Did you get a new icon? It's all bluey now. So basically, periodically, your good water source will turn into a bad water source during something called a bad tide. And then also, you will have periodic droughts. They become more frequent and longer as the game progresses until you lose. That's it. I like it. It's nice and bright. I feel like a goat is staring into my soul, though. That's not always a positive. Oh, you know what we need? Hold on. Sorry, I'm testing the audio. Where's it at? Hello, audio. Okay. Can you hear that? It should be like low music in the background. Really low on my end. Nothing I can do for that. But yeah, I've got everything maxed out. Okay, is it too loud? It might just be my headphones because they're kind of dying on me. Let's see, we need to add some gatherers. They will gather berries for us. And then we need to make some lumberjacks. Hey, Joe. So this is a basic city builder. We have our people who are here. I need it loud. I can barely hear it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if that works. Huh. My headphones must have finally given up the ghost. Okay, we need to build some houses for our little dudes. They have to have houses. So this game uses a lot of verticality, which is one of the reasons why I like it so much. You really have to like build up, because you're going to build like levees and dams to raise the water level so you can last longer. Okay, better. Building all this stuff. These people are already gathering. Gonna build a little wood pile there. And we're gonna build a medium wood warehouse for berries. So my goal is to just kind of grow the town, and I want to see the stuff that they just added. Recently, like as in a couple of days ago, they added a patch for wonders and increased verticality, which is a nice thing. Let's see, I haven't played in a little while, so give me a second. We want to mark everything. I hate trees. Go away. Trees will only grow on this fertile soil. If it gets dried out, they'll stop growing. There are different kinds of trees, maple, elm, you know, just stuff like that. Oak, pine, all sorts of stuff. How are you guys doing tonight? This is gonna be a pretty relaxed one. A pretty laid-back game. Okay, we need to start working on what we're gonna do. We need to be able to go over here. And we're gonna need a water pumper. Yeah. I am trying to work on a review of Trading Card Shop Simulator. And, hold on. I forgot to do a water thing at the beginning, and now I screwed up. Come on. Build the water thing. Do I need to restart? I don't want to restart. It's been too long since I played. They should prioritize this. I put it on high priority. There we go. Go guys, go. Build that water. Your beavers have to be basically fed water. Let's see what else is going on the map while we wait for these guys to kind of build some stuff. Up another house since they've already got that one going. Okay, so we've got this little like side chute water blockage we can do. I don't really know why we would do that right now. It'll just decrease the flow here. But we need to block off like down here so we can have all of this as a reservoir. You gotta save up as much water as you can. Go ahead and build over this. These are all trees that we can harvest but are dead. So they're not going to regrow or anything. Oh, here comes Dad. We're taking Xander to the zoo, so we should be home. Let's see. And these guys still haven't gotten to drink anything. Got 2 unemployed beavers. Let's remedy that. Looks like we're finally normalizing on water. Where's your radius on this? Oh, you can go all the way up. Okay. We're trying to get up to 60 science up here. That way we can research forestry and start growing our own trees instead of worrying about, you know, using the ones that are existent. We also need to start working on a farmhouse. We got lots of trees to do it with. Stupid beavers having to sleep. How dare they? Yeah, got some more dudes doing some lumberjacking. Lumberjacking it, you know? I set this to water so they'll store water in it. The beginning of the game's a little slow, like any city builder, but I find that it's very, very nice once you get a little bit further into the tech tree. Okay, we need to probably get another tech building going. Beavers go into these little tech buildings and they research, and it does like little whirly gigs. We're almost at full berries. That's good. Unless they added seasons, we should be good to start relatively whenever when it comes to food. Okay, now our dudes can like relax at a campfire. Okay, we're gonna plant some carrots. Yeah, plant carrots. Maybe one more carrot. And then some sunflower seeds. While we're here, gotta try to clear this out so that I can go and build a dam over here. If I can get one over here, it'll save all this water for us. Although right now we have enough, so I don't want to get too greedy. Got some trees still over here. We officially have a lack of workers. That's fine. We can deal with that. When they highlight blue, that means you can run power through them. They have a whole like cog and wheel power system that you can implement later on. It's a lot of fun to try to get it to work. Trying to decide where I want to go. We don't have stairs yet. We can get foresting. Oh, no point in getting foresting. Get on them. Lumber mill. Okay, destroy this with the uproot tool. And we need to do a power wheel. They're pretty good. I'm level 19, so pretty high. I am just about to unlock a new set of cards. Honestly, it's not bad. Like, so when I was rating it, I was trying to be really objective, and obviously it's a very early access game. The only thing I could really fault it on though is like the graphics. It's kind of clunky, and the sound is not great because it's all generic sounds from basically the asset shops. And I have, I can't remember what his name is, but I have a relatively higher level assistant now who can actually keep up on register, which is a big deal. So that I can like open packs and stuff during the day. Okay, demo priority up. We gotta get our logging going here so we can get our forestry going. Have you played King of Retail? King of Retail is like Supermarket Simulator, but bigger. You can have like an electronics store, fashion, food, and a couple of other things. Yeah, well, I think the people who made Supermarket Simulator are the ones who made TCG Shop Simulator, or are at least somewhat related. I would hope, because those games function almost identically. Yeah. Check out King of Retail if you can get it on the cheap. It's if you like those kind of games, it's up there quality wise. Yeah, you can have like multiple stores, you can franchise, you can run like the corporate side of it. It's pretty cool. It's still got the janky graphics and everything, but it also has like customer demographics. So if you open a shop in a rich place, they're gonna like higher end stuff better. And you can also like do, you know, like promotionary material depending on the demographics too. Which one, Joe? Timberborn or King of Retail? Let's see. You guys can officially retire from up here. Throw that out. Timberborn is on, let me check. I want to say just PC. Let's see. Basically, early access, for early access, they are not planning to release it on any console. However, they are planning on doing an adaptation once they get to, once they get to full release. And I believe they're fairly close. So it's worth keeping an eye out for. Dude, I've lost so much time in this game. One of the first big videos I ever did was like a series of videos about Timberborn, where I made like basically a giant city. These guys are doing good. We actually need some storage for our crops here. Let's mark these trees for cut down. They are already. We're basically deforesting this whole little peninsula. And that's fine with me. Just some happy little deforestation. The early game is basically how many trees can you murder before you run out of trees to murder. So it's kind of a balancing act. But we're doing pretty good. I mean, we've already got, this guy's already going up, just very slowly. Okay, yeah. Basically, this will take rough logs and process them into lumber that we can use for our forester. And then our forester can go plant trees. When you said you're saving up for one, right? Joe? Let's see. Why don't we build a rooftop terrace? So that we can have a nice little place for our beavers to relax. Show you guys a little bit of the verticality. Yeah, I wouldn't go, so I tell this to everyone who's about to buy a computer. Get a good motherboard and CPU. You can upgrade everything else later very easily. You know, your graphics card, you can get a better one later. Your RAM you can get later, but changing out your motherboard and your CPU is a pain in the ass. And if you get a relatively new motherboard, it'll be able to hold all the stuff that comes out for the next 5 years, at least. I suppose I shouldn't say things like that. Okay, we're in our first drought. As you can see, all the water dried up down here. And that's good and bad water. And so all the water above our dam is keeping us alive, but everything below is kind of dying. That's why our farm is on this side. Oh yeah, tired. You get like, when I built my first PC, I didn't have a lot of money, and so that's what I did, and I just used like a 1080 or something like that graphics card, and eventually upgraded to like a 1660 Super, and that was a big deal because everything else in my computer was good, but like my graphics card was just straight trash. So these guys are just on the border, so they're going to be totally fine. But these ones, if they don't get water within a couple of days, they'll die. Same thing with these trees over here, but it's several days, and this drought only lasted 1 day, so or like 3 days or something. We're already almost through it. Let's see. We're just waiting on a little bit of more science. We want to make sure... Oh, and while there's no water, we have no power. So we're not producing any lumber. But it should be fine. The water will roll back down. As you can see, everything kind of livens up as it goes. Kind of a cool little graphic. And then eventually it'll fill up and overdo our dams, and we'll be down to here. There's the bad water. Eventually what we're going to have to do is kind of like abandon this part, move up a Z level to up here, flood all of this to build ourselves an artificial lake. but that's going to be like down the road because that's going to be a lot of materials. Okay, we have no one working at that one. Oh, we got this going. We want to make that a high priority. And what do we want to plant? So these are our options. We got birch, which only gives us 1, but it doesn't take very long to grow. Pine, which gives us 2, takes a little bit longer. Chestnut, same thing, but also can produce food if we needed to. Maple, same. And then oak, which takes forever. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some oak in the back here. And then we're going to do probably some pine. Pine's kind of like my go-to because of how it's a pretty good like mid-range kind of thing going on. Let's see, let's get rid of that one and that one. We'll put our lumber there. So what our forester's going to do is he's going to come over and he'll like plant all this stuff and make it look pretty, and they'll just start growing on their own. We won't need these for a while, but I'll go ahead and put them, and I'll put them on low priority over here on the right. Got our stuff just kind of going. How about I lose one of you guys? You guys go do something else for a while. And we can officially get platforms, which are kind of a big deal. Since everything's kind of vertical in this game, you use platforms and stairs a ton. I also have a mod for ladders and trains because I like trains. I like trains. Okay, we're gonna need one more. Builders, our little guys, I get a little nice rooftop terrace that they can hang out in. So this number by my head over here, the 7 right now, the higher the number, the longer your beavers live, because they die of old age eventually, and the faster they like work and everything. So you got to keep them happy, keep them fed with a variety of diet. That's why I have both sunflower seeds, blueberries, and carrots. Eventually we'll get like potatoes, and we'll get wheat and chestnuts, but not right now. I mod a lot of games. Part of the the criteria I'm gonna do for my game critiques, tired. I'm doing sorry, my daughter was using my notebook as a homework journal thing. Okay, so I'm going to do graphics, because you have to care about graphics. Gameplay, the loop. So, like, once you get past the original mechanics, how's the game going from there? The music, viability, so that's like how the community's going to do. So, if I feel like the game is eventually going to come out, or it's going to have a lot of updates, it's got a high viability. If I feel like it's being carried by just the community, it's mid. And if it's been abandoned, it's low, or if I feel like it's going to be abandoned, if there's like low amounts of feedback from the creators, or we haven't had patches very often or anything like that. And those are all out of 10, and then I'm doing a +1 to 3 for modability, because that matters to me and not a lot of other people. So like, this game has a lot of mods, but they don't really change the game. They just kind of add flavor. Yeah. And then Skyrim would be like a 3, because you can completely change the game. But also Trading Card Game Simulator store, I can't say the name right. I totally changed my store into a Pokemon stop, which we sold Pokemon cards, we had like plushies and stuff, and all of our stuff was themed as Pokemon, which I deem to be kind of game changing. So I gave it a +3 on that, because if it's only been out like a month and they've already got that going, what are they going to have within a couple of months, you know? And I think the format I'm going to use, I'm going to try to keep it condensed. So like a 5-minute review, you know, gameplay in the background, just kind of going through everything with thoughts. And because a lot of people complain about, the people who do reviews are like, they talk about random stuff the entire time for like 10 minutes and then they never actually get to the game. So I figured I'd try to fill the niche by like just having like basically a shotgun review. There's people working on, so far there's people working on Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and some Magic the Gathering. But the way the game is kind of set up, it wouldn't really work with Magic the Gathering as much because there's so many cards, whereas Pokemon has like, you know, really only like 500, or I don't know how many Pokemon there are now. Let's see, we need to do dandelion seeds. No, sunflower seeds, where are they at? There. Digimon! Fucking love me some Digimon, man. They had the best lore. It made no damn sense. What do you mean your dude's an angel? I always liked how everyone gave Pokemon a hard time for copying Digimon, because technically it came out like a few years after. And it's like, no, the Digimon evolutions make no damn sense. They didn't even try. You have like something that goes from a walrus to a giant thing with machine gun hands. It's basically Pal World. Let's see, we want to do platforms. We're gonna get a little creative, boys. The further down the river I can do my dam, the better. But we're not really going to do a dam, we're going to do a levee. So a dam, over like this one right here, is always stuck at like 0.6% water level, as you can see. So like it's a little over halfway, which means that when the water stops flowing, it's basically at 0.6 and we go from there, giving us a little bit of water left. If it goes all the way up to here, it's a 1. About here, it's a 5.5. I always loved the cartoon for the silly evolutions, though. I thought it made the show a lot more enjoyable because you never knew what was going to happen. So then, let's see. If we go to this, we can get levees. We can actually afford it. And what we can do with these is we can... No, I want a floodgate. Damn. Spent money on the wrong thing. Damn you! I'm gonna need levees anyway. Damn it. Got me talking about Digimon and it messed everything up. Damn digital monsters. Some more carrots in here. We can't really have any wasted space. Oh, another thing that the forester can do is he can plant blueberry bushes. So if you like happen to lose these or want to consolidate them into one area, you can do that. So like I could make a little blueberry bush thing right here. Which I liked the one that was like pathetic until it turned into straight up like an angel. That was my favorite. I think it turned into Angelmon. Okay, we need more wood. Where are all of my lumberjacks at? Oh, they're all chilling up at the either the campfire or the plaza up here. They have a hard time sitting. They have to put their little beaver tail in front of them. sleeping now. Make sure these are marked as high priority. The angry beavers. Dude, they should. Top quality content right there. The 90s had some... Was that 90s or early 2000s? What up, Sicilian? This game is dope if you like city builders and or beavers. That's what I've got for you. If you like either of those things, you'll like this game. It's a weird combination, but it works. '90s, yeah, that's what I thought. It was just late '90s. Oh yeah, dude, Andrew, I got some big old wood for you. We named our town Old Longwood. Also, I had to do some Googling to make sure I could use the word damn in a title. Get away from me, mosquito. How are you even inside? Turns out you can do that. Look at him go with that wood. He's just like chewing on it. Chewing on that wood. Sorry. Why does it let you zoom in so much? Oh, now we can afford the actual, like, floodgates. Or we could wait for level 2 floodgates, which we probably oughta. I'm so lazy. Set these to 0.95 is fine. No, they don't got the damn bait. Best character in a movie. My dad loves that character. My grandma didn't own a lot of... My grandma lives in very rural Arkansas. Okay, and she's lived there since I was a little kid. So, she didn't have a lot of movies. What she did have was Vegas Vacation. It's a Chevy Chase movie where he takes his... It's a National Lampoon's movie, basically. And Cousin Eddie is the one who has the damn bait. Basically, they all go on a trip to Hoover Dam, and all he wants to do is fish off the dam, but it's also like, you know, several hundred feet tall. It is Randy Quaid playing Randy Quaid. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear the audio. You guys can, and it's bothering me. To me, I can kind of hear something in the background, but it's just like super quiet. I think they sabotaged me. Okay, let's go ahead and turn these back on. Gotta keep the flow of blueberries going. The blueberries must flow. Okay, they're working on the old floodgate system down there. That'll give me a much larger reservoir to work with. Once we get into dynamite and stuff, we'll be able to make this section deeper, and that'll be quite nice. Okay. We officially hit drought for 4 days. Should be fine. We got a fairly large amount of water. Damn, look at those things go, man. Go, beaver, go. Look at their little hats. Yeah. Blueberries are the spice of this game. The berries must flow. House Targeted has come for our spice. We actually made some pretty good progress on that. They'll kind of they have to fill these up with wood anyway. We don't have any lumber because we could build a wheel of shame. Hold on. Let me build a wheel of shame. It's not really a wheel of shame, but there's a YouTuber called RCE. He's a real civil engineer, and he calls it the wheel of shame. Basically, if somebody in his chat gets uppity or anything, he makes a beaver named after them and puts them in the wheel. Let's see. It's just a giant hamster wheel. As you do. It's a little expensive, but it should be fine. Oh, damn. I won't be able to get those oak logs. These oak trees are the best because they give you 8 per tree, but they take forever. Oh yeah, Andrew, I think you'd like that guy if you want to go look him up sometime. It's a real civil engineer, and he was like actually a civil engineer. So he plays like all these stupid games where like you have to build bridges and stuff. It's pretty good. Him and you were the reason why I even tried this game. It looks like some of our manufactured trees are coming up. We're a little low on manpower, so I'm going to go ahead and shut off my forester for a little bit. Okay, there aren't no trees no more over here. Oh shit, I actually have to keep this going, because we actually have deforestation going on over here now. Where's my shame wheel? Okay, what can we build for the well-being of our people? We need a tooth grinder, in case they break their teeth. Bet you thought that was a thing you'd never have to hear. That's a bit of a stretch. Look at him go. Powering industry with his feet. Andrew, the age 34 beaver. Oh. Tooth come in. Are we out of wood? Why aren't you wooding? Oh, you are. Why aren't you doing anything then? You're just like sitting there. Andrew, I appreciate your sacrifice in running the shame wheel. It means a lot to me. They have a thingy, and it's only the ones cutting down trees that are the only ones that can break their teeth. Okay, we can move our blueberry production over here after this round of blueberries, I believe. Okay, Andrew, you are free to go. Here in a second. I gotta wait for the water to turn back on. You know how it is. Bills, whatnot. There we go. Now you go become a contributing member of society again. And don't let me catch you doing it again. How's it going back here? Pretty good. It's back to doing nothing. Still got enough houses. So up here we see like we have 13 beavers and 2 children. Children can't work, so they aren't counted as people. We have 15 occupied beds, 3 empty, 0 homeless, 13 workers, 2 jobs that are open but aren't being worked, and no unemployed beavers. So yeah, it's a pretty tight little game. They don't have a lot of resources you have to manage and stuff until later. Okay, get those last few birch and then we're gonna get rid of this thing. How far do you reach out? Far enough that I could be doing something with it. I'm leaving this so that I can wall it off later. Okay, 2 pieces of levee have already been built. Science is going well. It takes quite a bit of science to unlock stuff, so it's kind of nice to always just have it going in the background. We need to do a large water pump eventually. Doesn't have to be right now. And then we should probably get a grill for potatoes. Can't hear anything anyway. I'm just gonna take my headphones off. Okay. Feels so weird to play without headphones on. I need more beavers. Give me your beavers. Do we have anything in the well-being tree I can add? Showers. Wouldn't be bad. That would let them get their need to get wet. Beavers historically need to get wet, which is what she said. So doing that will make them a little bit happier. We don't need medical beds yet, but a contemplation spot might be nice. Basically, the happier you can make your guys, the better. How are these doing over here? 88% grown. Okay. We need some more water storage. Can't make that yet. We don't have cogs. Your beavers have to drink out of one of these, so it's kind of good to spread them around in different places. But if they're super far away, that's going to be very inefficient because the water has to be carried to them also. So that's great. I don't think we have deep enough water for a Lido deck yet. We could try to like fast run dynamite. We've almost finished our levee. Floodgate. Whatever. Okay. Now our water should go up. Yep, you can see it rising. Right? Like right up to the tippy top. And then it just keeps flowing. Maybe we'll lower it down a little bit more. We don't want it to go all the way to the tippy top, just a little bit to the tippy top. And then we're going to get rid of these. We'll rebuild some platforms just so we can get over to this side of the river if we need to. I don't really see us needing to anytime soon, but for right now, it's fine. Let's see. We could start looking into windmills. They wouldn't be very good and they wouldn't be very high up. But we could do a stretch of them here. That means we would be able to produce stuff even if there's no water current. Haulers would be nice. Let's see. See their shower run down there. Look at that. Look how happy they are. Happy little beavers. Potato. I do not know. It's got a kidney on one corner. It's got a, I don't know, Among Us on the other. And then it's got a river through the middle. I'd look for this kidney thing. Let's see. Water's a whole lot better now. Look at that. Look how deep it is. Yeah, look, Andrew, they added a bunch of overhangs and they improved suspension bridges. Let's see if they've done anything in Dynamite. It doesn't look like it. I added trains with mods. I don't think I chose one of the beginner ones. I'd have to look. I was gonna do diorama, but it's such a small map. Have a good night, man. Let's see. What I'm thinking is if we should go ahead and kind of start to work on making the river deeper. We would make it deeper by doing dynamite, but it's so expensive. Oh, eventually you can replace your beavers with beaver bots. Guess we would just power through science. Get a bad water pump. And then that's all you really need, right? You need explosives factory, which turns 5 bad water into a dynamite. We'd have to dynamite the whole thing, or we'd get backflow. We don't need metal stuff right now. We could start working on gears. Let's see. We have no empty beds, so it's time to build more houses. Build a nice row of them up here. Connect them to down here somehow. Ah, I know how. Like that. Oh, they built that house fast. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but terrain manipulation is so powerful in this game that it would be kind of dangerous to do that. You know, it's like once you can start blowing stuff up, you can start making your rivers deeper, and you basically no longer have to worry about droughts ever again. We need another small water pump. And we're going to need a grill. We should have plenty of water. We want a large warehouse for baked potatoes. And a small warehouse for raw potatoes. Yeah, they have to. Make it so, like, you couldn't go past this ground level, maybe. Or put in some sort of rock system so they can dig through dirt but not rock. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I've never really done the aquatic stuff. I know you're supposed to, because it gives you a wider breadth of food for your people. But just such a pain. Because, like, if the water goes out, you're screwed. Thanks, Java. Berry bushes, we don't need them right now. You are gonna grill some serious potatoes. So it's hard to keep a good crop of like carrots or sunflowers. It's aquatic farming. So it is cattails and spatterdock. I used it the last time I played before I stopped playing for a while. They had added a what's it called? The map that's all water with just like a few islands. I was playing on that one, and I basically had to use aquatic farming, and it wasn't bad, but it was definitely so hit or miss, because if you had one bad tide come through, it'd kill everything. And even a drought, if you're not careful, will kill everything. Let's see. For grilled potatoes, it is 1 potato, 1/10 of a piece of wood for 4 potatoes. That's a pretty good trade-off. Let's see. You need to be going all the time. You need to be going all the time. Suppose I'll get a second lumberjack go, or forester going here. What's it called? I think I've watched a playthrough of it, and it's stupid hard. Let's see, there's 2 oaks over here. Yeah, I want to say I watched Northern Lion play it with his friends, and It is incredibly hard. Are you going to bed? Okay, babe. I mainly just wanted to show you how much Gloria did tonight. She can officially recognize all the words. All the words. So she can't quite spell them yet, but she knows what they all are. Okay, babe. Love you. What do you work tomorrow? Okay. Boop, 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 boop. There's the drought. Uh-oh. There it goes. Goodbye, water. But we're good in our little area. And we should be good pretty much the entire time. We probably have... Wait, it's not connected to any... Oh, we didn't. What am I doing? Okay. Pause this one. Turn this one on. And we are gonna just plant an entire forest of oak trees over here. We're not going to need this right now, but when we need it, we'll have it. And that's kind of what matters. We should be able to get all that, right? Plus more if I feel like it. Yeah, we can go all the way over to here. It's gonna take him forever to plant those trees, though. How we doing over here on the old potato train? Oh, we're up to level 9 for our happy little beavers. We are out of power on this. Of course. Forgot about that. Okay, we built 4 houses. Each one has 3 spots. I think it's for 2 adults and a child. And so we're doing pretty good. We got 8 children. All the children. We gotta keep up with the water demands. Okay, I need to start working on storage for lumber. So that we can start moving on to cogs. I think I'm gonna do all my industry up here. And just do it based on wind power. Or like have my industry here and have all my power gen here. Should be fine. I will need to create some sort of like network to get up there. Won't be a big deal. Beavers are good at infrastructure. I am. It's a damn good day to be building. They just dropped a new patch, so I wanted to check it out. I'm on the experimental branch. Let's see. Our water's not flowing yet, but we still got some production. We're currently in a drought, but you'd never know it. Because I've got a nice little thing going here. setting up an area for my industry. I don't have to rely on the water. It'll be pretty far away, is the only issue. But I mean, I can pipe it down to here. Like, yeah, the cool thing is that power can really be moved about. Andrew can attest to this. In one of mine, I was like moving power from literally one side of the map to the other. And it took forever to build, but it looked really cool when I was done. Let's get rid of these trees but not waste them. The drought is almost over. Oh, do you remember the map I did where I covered like all the lakes and platforms and had like industry everywhere and was like moving power from one side of the map to another with like an interesting a intricate series of like cogs and wheels and bullshit? We don't need Wheel of Shame anymore. We are officially flowing again. Showers are open for anybody that wants to use them. I'm not gonna. Oh man, look at that. Look at those beavers getting wet. Those naughty beavers. We're not supposed to be doing that at night. Okay. Done with you. Next. That's a big stand of dead pines. Yes. I had replaced most of it with beaver robots. It was a great day for Beaver Society. We need more farmers. And we need more farm. Potato. Sometimes when your population grows too fast, your food goes real far down real fast. You gotta be careful. I'm kind of going the incredibly fast expansion route, and it's kind of a dangerous play. Let's give these old water veggies a try, shall we? What do cattails give me? Spatterdock. One of these has to be grilled. Hold on. Spatterdock has to be grilled. Okay, what do cattails give me? Flour, probably? Let's just do spatterdock for right now. And we'll open up another grill when time comes. Nice. Oh, we need to start reforesting again. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these guys off for a second. I do like the way Spatterdock looks because it like floats. It's kind of peaceful. It just is finicky. Literally anything happens and it'll kill it. Okay, boys. I need you to get to Felon. Oh, Andrew. My dad has been... Hold on. Okay. Oh, I just heard you coming by. So, my dad was at his old man workout group that he had to join because he almost died. And, I guess some other guy, who's like in his 70s works there, or, works out there. And is a identity theft specialist for the IRS, and he's basically hiring my dad. If my dad is to be believed, which is, I think, very funny. They've bonded over old man stuff. Now we have some more room. Let's do some more carrots on this side. Carrots are very efficient, but they're low yielding. Because we are out of food. Shoot. Probably got enough to keep going though, until our potato haul comes in. Yeah, I told him he should probably start off with just part-time. I think it's an actual government position. Turn these off. We could be doing something else right now. I mean, so if they all die, they all die. It just happens. That happens with beavers sometimes. You lose like 1/3 of your population, 1/5 of your population, you know? The potatoes are starting to come in, so we should be fine. Potatoes produce food exceptionally quickly. I don't know how long Spatterdock takes to grow. Seems to be a while. We've got the manpower, so why don't we go ahead and get it set up though, so right when we can, we'll start grilling it. Small warehouse for fresh Spatterdock. And then a larger one for cooked. What's the conversion rate on that? Damn, we're already down to 1 bed. These up here are doing pretty good. Let's see, how much are we gonna need for all these different oh, they just take wood. Yes, nice. I haven't played Hades 2 at all, but if it's anywhere nearly as good as Hades 1, it's gonna be dope. I've heard it's not quite as good, or maybe it was just that it was different. Who knows? But I'll probably end up getting it when it gets a little closer to out of early access. Supermassive Games has really proven themselves to be a good developer, though. So I trust them. I think I'm gonna have to wait and not build more houses right now until we get our food situation under control. So each spatter dock will produce 9 food. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oh man, this food situation's pretty bad. It's a lot of starving beavers. Sometimes you just gotta kill half your population, though. Oh, that's a lot of potatoes that just came in. Almost like your life depended on it. Kind of does. I need to figure out what's wrong with my headphones. It's a lot less enjoyable when you can't hear what you're playing. I was gonna buy some JBLs on Prime Day, but I just couldn't pull the trigger because it was like $50. They would have been a pretty good deal, though. They were like $200 headphones, but still, that's a lot of money. I think you guys are good for right now. That'll be enough room to get started with the windmills. And it's just planks and wood. Planks and wood. Planks and wood. We will probably put a couple of power wheels over, or water wheels over here, and pipe the energy up, but that'll be later on. Problem is, if the wind stops blowing, you don't really get any sort of power. First world problems and whatnot. Okay, spatter docks at 53. How are we doing on potatoes? A lot less people unfed, I'll tell you that much. Just don't do much, do you? Can I just turn you off for a little bit? Turn these ones on, maybe? I mean, it's not like they can do anything while these things are growing anyway. How far can you guys go out? You can go the whole way. Cogs and paper. We won't be able to get cogs until we have power. So it's not going to be worth waiting around on that. Okay, they got to be spread out so far apart. It's going to take a ton of resources, but once you get it going, it's a pretty good energy source. Okay, this one needs to be a freeway. So their power system is basically just horsepower via cogs and wheels. Pretty great. As you can see, a three-way is just cog, 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 and it shifts the power that way. Oh, these guys are working pretty fast, honestly. Okay, we're finally up to a surplus of food. we do not have the materials necessary to be able to create vertical shafts yet. So we will have to wait on that. But we can get cogs and lumber going up here while we wait. So we can do cogs and lumber up here, and then we'll do advanced industry right down here. Drought. Let that go for a minute. Spatter dock looking 76. Once these are all mature, we can flip them on, and they'll go harvest them and replant them, and then we can just turn back off again until the next crop is ready. And then this guy's just about done planting a whole forest, which I would assume, so, yeah, some of them are already half grown, because it takes forever to plant oak trees. What do we got? Contemplation place. Let's do it. So I'll tell you what. I just got a CMF phone 1. It's a phone by the Nothing Company. It is, I'd say, comparable to my Flip 4 that I had until it broke. And in all, with the case and taxes, it was $326 or something. And I'm pretty stoked about it. It was probably the best phone I've purchased in a long time. Also, it's the first phone I've had in a long time that I was like actually excited about. Oh, these are outside of the planting range. Hold on. Okay. These are set to. You can set your farmers to either be like cut and come again, or cut and burn. So like, if you need the food, you can set them to only do harvesting. If you want like steady income of food, you can instead do plant as you harvest, and it's a pretty good way to do it once you get your food at equilibrium. And as you can see up here, we're currently at 300 and something food left, 100 of which is berries. Let's see. It's called a CMF Phone 1. It is by it is a phone by the Nothing Company. Looks really cool. It is meant to be, so most phones really only last a couple of years. It is meant to last 5 years-ish, and is not made of metal, it's made of plastic. So if you use like a magnetic wallet or something, you do have to get like they have an attachment for that. They have a back plate that's magnetic. But it's basically made to be like an affordable phone, so everyone can have a high quality phone. It's got a really good camera. It's missing a couple features that most phones have, like image or video stabilization. But it's also got like a really big battery. It's got like half again bigger than my Flip 4. Pretty nice. Okay, you guys are all done up here? You can go to their website and check them out. We bought ours, or I bought mine on Amazon. They sell unlocked ones there. The only thing that's weird is that since it's a European phone company, their stuff is made to go on the European phone signals. Not signals. What are they called? Towers. So if you aren't careful and you have a carrier they don't support, it kind of screws you over. But I have T-Mobile and they are supported, so it's not a big deal. It's a pretty popular phone with the computer community. So, you know, there's lots of like Reddit articles if you want to read about it. If you're in the mood for a phone that's a little bit less, I don't know, cluttered. It's a very clean, simplistic phone. I don't use mine for a lot. I need to turn this on. That's why we're not getting any lumber. I hate waiting for the, but again, we wouldn't have any wind right now anyway, so can't really complain too much. We got 3 days of drought, but we were over half. Our water's still over half, I believe, or right about. How are these doing? Making slow progress on them. Whoop. Whoop. Let's see how we doing. We got 207 wood in stockpile. We're up to a 13. Oh, I keep doing this on accident. Somehow my I don't know, my camera got messed up. So now I'm used to moving one way and it's now the opposite. So I think it got mirrored at some point. So now we'll just feed this right into here. And that'll be much more consistent power. Oh, we're up to 800 food? That's pretty cool. Wait, why do we only have capacity for 300 potatoes? Ew, that's why. We do not want to max out on potatoes. We're not potato maxing. Where can I stick another potato? Potato. There. It's there. Make a little road. And boom. Potato storage. We're gonna need more spatter dock storage also? Maybe. We're at max spatter dock in both the storage, little storage dude I made, and damn, that's a lot. It's because it makes 3 per plant, unlike potatoes that make 1 per plant. We rolling up here? Sure are, boys. And I believe I can go ahead and approve this one. Okay, our drought's over. increase the priority of that one. Where is good old cogs? We'll build it here in a second. I gotta be able to build this. Show you a little trick if you need to get over some stuff. One side, platform in the middle. Make sure you put a walking path and then path your dudes like this. They'll be able to go over your power pipes. You can also make your power pipes go over them. That's a little bit harder. Ideally, we want to stockpile just a shitload of planks and wood. Okay, we only need 2 more planks and we'll be able to do both of these. Looks like we're supplying about 3 times the power we actually need, so that's good. Let's go down to industry, cogs. Cogs use warehouses, I believe. Let's check. Yeah. Right? Yep. Or gears. Sorry, gears. If you can, you want to have excess production of these because they are the bottleneck for pretty much all industry later in the game. How are these doing? 85%? Okay. Okay, that's all marked for deforestation. I think we want to do... Any they cut down. Well, shoot. What I'm doing is I'm demarking all of the trees that give us just 1 and the birch trees, and as they chop them down, we'll replace them with oak trees. And eventually we're gonna have to make a stand of chestnut trees to kind of get the points. We're up to 13 on Beaver Goodwill, so we're doing good there. Table, and this place is already almost full of potatoes. Damn potatoes. How dare you be efficient. Lido deck is next. We'll leave this. I'm gonna leave that extra lumber running for a minute, just so that we can have kind of an overflow of lumber. It's getting used to make our cog production facility right here really fast. So you'll notice if you click on a building, this game, see Andrew, this game uses a distance from district system. So as you look, as we get closer to our city center, which is this guy right here, the line gets more green. The further you go out, the more yellow, and eventually it turns red. That's just denoting how much of the day that they're going to have to devote to running back and forth from their job to their home. The beavers factor in travel time when it comes to work. So if you put something like all the way over here, it would probably be in the red. That means like half of their day would be travel, and it would be highly inefficient. So you can technically do micro districts. So like I could have one for just this area, and then I could have some road in between, and then have one for like this whole flat area up here. And what that would do is it would let you have like more concentrated areas of industry. However, I find that, you know, unless you're like all the way over here, so like if I wanted to get this stuff up here, I would probably make a second district. But the problem with that is that yes, they can trade resources, but they don't do it at an efficient rate. And so you'll have instances where you like accidentally starve your dudes. So kind of a bad thing to happen. So I tend to try to keep it into one big district as possible. And of course we have no water power. Let's see. I want to make crazy ass waterfall. To do that, we're gonna need, what is a sluice? A unidirectional automated water discharge. What? Oh, and your beavers can build straight down. So like if I built a one-type platform right here, they would be able to build it, no matter how high it was. It's just a quirk of the game. I'm gonna build myself a little... Let's see if I can actually do it. Build myself a little floodgate area over here. I'm gonna use it to flood this whole area as backup water source. It's an excessive plan, but somebody's got to do it. And your beavers can swim, so technically, like, you don't need bridges and stuff. You mainly just need... Hold on. I need to start building more houses now. Sorry, I just realized that. Your beaver, you don't need bridges, and so this gives you the wet fur need fulfillment. But you can also just get it by like making a high traffic area, have a underwater bridge, and then they'll swim through the water and get wet. However, not all your beavers are going to do that, so the shower is usually the better option. Let's see, how far along are these? Not very far, that's good. We'll get to the rest later. Just doing a little bit of future proofing. We bought levees already, right? Yeah. Okay, those are running. So we're just going to let these kind of build up over time. I think I'm going to relocate my storage for lumber because we're going to do most of our industry up here. Make this one lumber. This one will be logs. we've got a lot of demand on our poor little builders right now, so we'll give them a little bit. Nice. Looks like we've got a pretty, you know, good. So we ran out of storage room for our spatter dock, which made them stop harvesting it. And it looks like they just finished the last harvest from the previous one, and now some of the original ones are starting to sprout again. Trees grow for a while. Okay. Go ahead and build oaks. Just fill in the area. We're not going to actually, like, I guess what I was going to say, we aren't going to destroy it, but we kind of are. I mainly want to just build levees. Okay, pretend like nothing ever happened. I need the levees to prevent flooding. And I need to eventually make this a 2-deep river. And the best way to do that is to either dynamite it down or levee it up. These I will destroy because they're going to take forever to grow. I need the levees here specifically to prevent splash, which is kind of a big deal. Okay. Now, as my people get wood, they'll kind of fill in those levees. And then as these get harvested, we'll add more. That's a dam, never mind. That's a bad mistake to make. We will have to figure out how we want to keep doing the spatter dock, because I believe it can only be in 1 deep water. And it seems to be a very good source of food. So it might be that we move everything away from the bank here and move it up. Probably need another campfire or something, just to give our beavers something to do. A lot of them don't get to do the campfiring. There's just not a lot of room. We want it to be like 275. So a drought's going to happen in 2.5 days, but we are going to fill up this entire basin with water until then. We're gonna make these a high priority. Oh, these are marked as low priority. That's probably why they're not getting a lot of work done. Once you can start using oak trees, you really should. They're much more efficient. Lower that to like 0.6. We won't need to have as much water in this area because we'll have a ton more water back here we can kind of trickle out as we need it. But like you saw, that flooding happen kind of all at once. Let's see, can we go up a little bit higher? Looks like it. 295 or 290? Looks good. Yep. Sweet. So the only thing we could really do in this case to do a better levying system is to make either those, we'd have to like put a levee under them, or put a levee under them and make them 4 tall, which would allow us to store even more water back here. But this is going to be, I mean, this would last, I don't know, 2 beaver years, whatever that is. How's our industry up here doing? 21 gears. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and build a hauler's post. So, in the game, the 4 people at the district center work as like builders and haulers and all sorts of stuff. And then people who work in buildings will also sometimes haul their own things. However, that's not guaranteed. So when you get the extra population like I kind of have right now, you build a hauling post and all the people in there do is move goods around. It's very useful. These trees will die, but they won't go away, so technically we could build like, you know, a bunch of like stairs down into the water, harvest all this stuff and float it back up. But we don't really need the trees that bad because we've got our forests over here. We have 10 children currently, which means that we're in for a big boom. But also we have several people dying of old age behind me. Okay, how are these doing? They're barely keeping up with these 3. That's fine. What do we need for paper? Just wood. Yeah. Okay. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to fill this entire plateau and possibly this one up here with large windmills, which is this one, and maybe some gravity batteries. These are basically, as we have excess, it pulls them up, and then whenever the power cuts, it slowly drops them, generating power. It's not as much power, but it's still better than nothing. Food's looking good. Water's okay. Water's fine for a drought. What up, Joel? How you been, man? Getting worried about you. This reservoir is paying off already. We were able to restock our water. We did overflow a little bit, sadly, but it'll be fine. Okay. We might as well get a paper mill, if for no other reason than to let us get big old, some big old windmills. Pepper shack. Resin cured wood. It makes it ridiculously hard. Let's see. We could also, now that we have this area green, we could use this as like a wheat field. I could add a shame wheel up here, and that would apply, how much is it? 50 horsepower, so they'd run it like a percentage. Their normal speed, probably like a third or fourth. Might be worth it, rather not. That needs metal. Metal's like the last thing you get. Yeah, let's go with paper route. Dude, that I remember you saying something about that you were gonna get hit by the storm, and yeah, then you like disappeared for a while. I was a little, I'm not gonna lie, my brother lives in Florida, and so like he's been telling me about what's going on with him, and so yeah, but I've been good, just working, taking my son on Friday. My son's having his first ever field trip. We're going to the zoo. I get to chaperone. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I did it for my daughter last year when it was her first. It's always a good time. Oh, and I built half a shed. Just half. We got tired and stopped working after doing it for 8 hours. Do you have everything you need down there? You got your power back? Okay, we're just waiting for some of our dudes to grow up a little bit. We could also work to unlock the observatory. Costs money, but it'd be worth it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's save up for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this up to 0.95. And I'm going to add a little bit of water because we're getting real low. So if you look at the water table, we're probably at like a 1/10. It's okay, we've got plenty. We just got to dump it out. We just don't want to flood. Okay, that's good for right now. What is that? I didn't add much to it. Hold on. Am I losing water down here or something? No. It's just taking a while to spread out. Okay. I'm just making sure you're okay, man. I'm up in Missouri, so we don't get a lot of terrible weather. Except for, you know, the odd tornado or hailstorm or something. Nothing like catastrophic, except for a couple of times a year, maybe. Winter can be bad, but that's about it. We need somebody making paper here. Let's turn off one of our... Oh, nope, somebody came up front. We need some storage for paper too. Yeah, dude, my grandma lives in Arkansas, and when it snows really bad, she lives off a dirt road, and she basically gets shut in for like a week at a time. It's not good to live off the main roads. Oh, that's great. Our power went out. We lost our power for like, I want to say like 5 days or something after a big storm. And we didn't have a generator. We lost so much food. Luckily, like 2 days in, our neighbor was like, hey, do you want an extension cord to run your fridge off of? And I'm like, yes. Because he had power on his side of the street, but not on ours. We're the last house on a line, and so we're always the last ones to get it back. It sucks. Okay, let's build some big-ass windmills, shall we? Oh, we can also do verticals, so let's do this. Boop, and doot, and snoot. Because we want to build up here if we can, because it's a more powerful wind. It's not a very efficient way to build, but it works. Really, you're supposed to use, like, they have platforms that are 2 high and 3 high. Oh, I have the triple platform. I could use that. No, that's only double. Never mind. Okay, water's back on. Nice. Is that at 2.5? We're gonna let our reservoir fill back up, and we should be good to go. Dude, people do some good stuff whenever they have like their community in need, or really bad stuff like hoarding and whatnot. But damn it, hold on, one of my guys is stuck. Get out of there, stupid beaver. Okay. Let's build back, so we can just kind of like pipe our power back here. We don't have enough we don't have enough shoot. We don't have enough science to do it yet. Okay, we can add some more scientists. One of the guys I follow, what's his name? Ryan Hall. He's like an independent meteorologist. He has a charity that he runs where they like hire basically people with large trucks to just drive around emergency areas giving out like blankets, food, and generators. You were 1 in 9/11? I am old. I was in 9th grade. No. 6th grade. 6th grade. I'm an old man now. Gray beyond my years. Might as well harvest these trees up here. We're getting a little far out, but there's no reason to waste trees. I'm so old. I'm 35. I might not make it to 36. Now that's what I call water. I'm glad I put that that levee in. destroy you. I try. Was a couple months ago I shaved off my goatee and looked just terrible. That is the nice thing about being, you know, kind of a bigger guy, is your features remain more rounded, and you get less wrinkles. Yay. Oh. Let's see. Power's doing good up here. They have not done much of these trees. Let's go ahead and send a couple of guys up here. Those are already turned off. Berries are full, so we can lower the priority on that. It's already low priority. That's fine. Okay, time to increase our housing. How do we want to do this? Everything stopped for a second there and I got really worried. And then I remembered when there's no beavers moving around, everything kind of looks like it's off. Build that there. That there. I love the verticality of this game. It's like thinking with portals, you know? You literally just stack everything on top of each other. Okay, how's our water supply doing? Maxed out. Okay. Food's doing good. We're at max paper. Let's go ahead and grab some more paper storage so that we can just turn it off here in a little bit. Oh, they're making fast work of those. So the higher your windmills are, so like this is our ground level, right? Every Z level we go up adds a small amount of power output to your windmills. So this will be like a really good spot for them. And they'll be out of the way. Okay, paper. There you go. Don't need a lot of paper, but we do need some of it. Because we're going to have big old windmills. Unless we want to go for an observatory first, which might be a better idea. Do you ever play City Builders? You can just think of it like a regular city builder, but everything is flavored to be... Wait, what do I need to build this? Hold on. Resin. Shoot. We can do that. Everything's flavored to be beaverized. So, you know, like, you do a lot of stuff with wood. Obviously, there's a lot of, like, water conservation. I built this reservoir by damming up an area. And so anytime there's a drought, I can like let water go. Instead of building out, you kind of build up. So like my warehouses here are kind of stacked on top of each other. The houses are all stacked up on top of each other. Some of your like recreational buildings, like this one's a rooftop terrace. It can only go on top of a house or like a warehouse or something. And then you've got to like, the main resource management part is tree management. So as you can see, I've got these like foresters, and their entire job is to just plant and replant trees. And so your goal is to just kind of get as big as possible without, you know, succumbing to the bad water, which is what this is. It's radioactive or something water. I think it's radioactive. Basically, the humans killed each other, and the beavers took over the earth. And so, yeah. These have pine resin. Hold on. I gotta demark these. I don't want them to be cut down. Okay. Otherwise, it would take me forever to, grow pine trees for that. Let's see. We will need to unlock a tapper shack. Where's that? Okay, if I were tapping, tip tapping, right there, 500 science. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit. We can build some more windmills while we wait. Basically, and it's got the standard arc of like, you gain science points, the science points get used for discoveries, stuff like that. Okay, you guys are done. I appreciate your service for Super Earth, if you will. Keep it up. Okay, what do I need for grav batteries? Steel. Also, like, the funniest thing is that the beavers don't know how to do metalworking. So the only way they can get steel is by diving into like ruins like this, which are like they're a late game iron resource where you have to basically trade your resources to get iron in exchange, or you can tear down like old ruins like this, which have a lot of scrap on them, as you can see, but they're a finite resource. Okay, how we doing here? Go, little guys, go. Go, beavers, go. How much paper does each windmill take? 30. I have 96. Okay. Once we get this going, we'll have a much faster way of getting science. And it should allow us to do things like dynamite and decorations and stuff like that. A big part of the game is this number right by my head, right over here, the 13. Sorry, hold on. There you go. There, like there. And what it does is the higher it goes, the better your guys are doing, and the better, like, they work, they live longer, and it just kind of, you get them for doing stuff. So basically the more varied their diet, the better their social life. If you have aesthetics around, if you have monuments, fun things to do, books for knowledge, all of those make your beavers move faster, work harder, and live longer. Okay. While we're waiting for the science to start rolling in, I want to do this. And just kind of fill out these little areas over here that I have no access to right now, so I can build more windmills up there. Okay, we got our first bad tide. Bad tides suck. Basically what they are is it poisons our water for a set amount of time. We don't have a diversion right now, so we're just gonna have to eat it. It's gonna kill a lot of our stuff. If our beavers go into the water, they will get sick. So we basically just gotta store up as much food as we can right now. How am I gonna deal with the bad water in this? what I can do eventually is use dynamite to blast a hole over here so I can just divert the water. But I can't do that right now. I don't have the resources. If I, let's see, if I turn off the aquatic farmers, we should be... Hold on. Build a warehouse. Fill it with spatter dock. Maximum priority. I want to try to get as much out of the water as I can. This is going to kill all of our crops. Some of our trees. And if our beavers get into it, it'll poison them. So we want to avoid that as much as we can. Shit. We're running at full for storage for spatter. Yeah, this is really good. I can recommend you a whole bunch. It's one of my favorite genres. But, you know, this one's good because it's like, it's got that like nice verticality that a lot of them don't have. A lot of them you just keep building out. But not this one. Come on, guys, build the damn medium warehouse. Are we out of logs? Yes, we are out of logs. Damn it. I was trying to get more of the spatter dock out of the water, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. What are you guys doing? Not harvesting trees, that's for damn sure. None of these trees were marked for harvesting. That's why they were all there. Oops. Tapper was 500. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and stop that. We're gonna totally open our floodgate. We're gonna turn on, well, we don't need to turn off our water pumps. Oh, dude, we're not gonna do, this is gonna be bad. We don't have a lot of water in reserve. Okay, we're gonna basically get rid of all of our water in here. And once this gets pretty low, we're gonna empty our reservoir. Because the water is just gonna start to get contaminated. If our beavers drink it, they'll die. We don't have the means to heal them right now, so there's really nothing we can do for them. Flowing through. We'll be fine for a little bit. Looks like we're at max 180 water. And there's the bad water. Stuff. You can use bad water to make explosives. That's about all you can do with it. You can also make it like make serums and stuff out of it. Oh, was that the whole thing? Oh, thank God. I've got to just kind of like slowly lower my floodgates to allow some of the water out. Because we want to cycle the bad water out and let the good water come back in as fast as possible. And it looks like it already has. How's that? Any better? Argo, can you hear me a little bit better now? Also, what's up? Actually, I need to keep that down real quick, and then we need to pull this back up to like 0.7. Lost all of our spatter. Yes, the microphone I use, the USB-C like plug for it isn't very good, so sometimes I gotta push it back in. How you doing tonight? That's doing good over there. We just gotta move over here. Move that back up to 285. Fill up our reservoir again. So, okay. We have a little while before our next bad water, and it's going to be much longer next time. So we got to kind of figure out what we want to do. Good. It's good to hear that. Have you been to the channel before? Or are you new? Let's see. We should be... Yeah, we're right. Okay, we have enough for the Tapper Shack. We'll grab that. Do we have the ability to put it on top of something? I don't think so. Well, welcome. I like to do random shit. We've been playing Kerbal Space Program until recently. And then I like city builders, so I want to try to... Dude, I love Timberborn. I saw that they put out the update, and I'm like, alright, I gotta do this. So we're taking a little break from Kerbal Space Program for a minute. Yeah, we've been doing a science playthrough, and until we were able to get a we had a manned mission on we have a rover on Mars. It's never coming home, but it's there. What's going on over here? Why are we overflowing? Oh, I missed a levee. Let's see. Yeah, so this game I played for like several months. And then decided that I was going to wait until the next update to really hit it again. And I'm kind of glad I waited. Go get some pine resin, please. We need... Pine resin is stored in barrels, I believe. Nope, stored in warehouses. That makes no sense, but whatever. We'll throw it over here. We'll use it as part of our building structure. Have you played around with mods in this game yet? Or you... So you got it a few days ago, so you probably haven't even completed a playthrough and stuff. It's great. The other faction is a lot harder, and it's very different. I don't know if you've played as the Iron Teeth yet. I think that's what they're called. Let's see. This has got to be Raison. Yeah. The other so this faction's like the normal one, and then you've got like the Borg, which is the other faction. They're pretty cool. Okay, we've got this going as soon as we get some power. Come on, wind. You're letting me down. You're making me look bad on the internet. It's the gravest of sins. What do we got here? We could do... How much would we have to build up for this? We'd have to build up quite a bit to be able to put water wheels here. There's no current, sadly, over this way. Our current's all right here. But we're working. It's going. We'll slowly phase out these, what I call the tier 1 science, or the observatory. It just makes science so much faster. Okay. We'll start working our way over there with the power. Whoop. Then we need one of these. This is a mod, by the way. In the regular game, there's a... You can step down your power by 1Z level. I have one that lets you do unlimited number of vertical levels. And it's mainly just for convenience. So like this one I would have to like put platforms, step at 1, step at 2, step at, you know. Whereas now I can just go in there and do this and have one long vertical. Look how industrious they are. Beautiful. Okay. Actually, you know what we can do? We're not running power through this anyway right now. Let's go ahead and fill in this with some more just regular ones. Yeah, the scaffolding can be very tedious. You'll get used to it though. One of the maps is like a giant lake, and I was able to. I'm sorry, it's like 5 giant lakes. I was able to cover the whole lake in just scaffolding, so that the entire thing was at ground level, so I could build over the whole thing, but still have a giant reservoir of water. Stuff like that takes a long time, but it's like really, really cool when it happens. Okay, so as soon as we have the science, we can start building the large ones up here. Actually, dare I be greedy? So we gotta move my head so I can see around the cup I've got in front of my computer screen. Okay, I haven't spent the science to get the double platform, so right now we don't have it. This one. We don't need it. Oh, also I have trains, so you can be pretty jealous of that. I haven't unlocked them yet, but the trains are dope, so I've got them. I don't know if we'll even use them. It's another mod. Need a 1 by high priority. Yeah, so you can modify the game. They actually, with this last update, they added workshop. You used to have to go through like Nexus and stuff, which is a modding website. But now they've integrated with Steam Workshop, and so you can just download from there. Some of the things I have like this vertical. I try not to use a lot because a lot of the game is like making do with what you have. So I have like these vertical shafts just so I don't have to do like a lot of tedious bull with the platforms and whatnot. And then I have ladders. I haven't unlocked them yet because there's something I use later on. They're really nice. And then trains, which I've yet to mess with. But that's mainly because those are the mods I have, mainly because it was harder to modify it until now. It's a lot easier now. And it's got a pretty good community too. There's a lot of people who are like actual engineers and stuff that like this game. And so the people who are making mods for it are really knowledgeable about what they do. Okay. What are we going to need to get metal going here? Not much. In fact, we can just go right over here and do it. Actually, I mean, there's metal right here. We just can't really get to it. Well, we can. It'll be hell out of the way, though. What's more important, though? No, we need metal for that anyway. So we're gonna rush metal after we do large windmills. And then we'll do gravity batteries after we get metal going. Okay, we want these to be super high. Little trick for you. Beavers can build as high up as they need to, so like they can go up and they can build up an infinite level of number of Z levels, or down an infinite number of Z levels. So like technically they will be able to run behind here and build this thing, as long as I connect it with a road. Let's make sure. Still labeled as too far away from a district. Maybe they changed it. That would be just awful. They can still do down because I just did this. They were able to build like 4 down. Go ahead and keep working on our vertical stuff here. What are we running low on right now? Nothing. Doing good. Paper mill you can shut down for right now. Go do something else. We got 6 beavers doing nothing. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Ooh, you know what we could do? Now that we have this area over here, we could build a Lido deck. Or we could start harvesting scrap metal. Probably the better idea. Three. And then we'll add 3 haulers. take care of that. What's our power consumption? 70 or 792, and we only need 420. Sounds good. Okay, they're delivering everything over. Go ahead and make these a priority. Okay, we'll do that. And we will grab this so we can store all the metal we're going to get. How are we doing over here? Waiting on planks. Throw in another plank one. I suppose since the wind is not doing us any favors right now, it might be better to try to diversify. Although I don't think we have really any options. The other guys have like a diesel engine you can use. Shit. It's probably gonna be a lot worse last time. We've got a lot more water stored up though, and our food is still great. So gonna cause like a temporary flood. We're just trying to drop the reservoir down. Yeah, drop it. A little flood never hurt anyone. Ask Noah. Okay. We will lose water for a little while, but it'll be fine. Once we get dynamite, what we can do is we can dynamite a giant hole, like right here, or like a long ravine, and fill it with water. And that's a good way to like store up water for later. I've got the means to do it, so let's get started on it. I can get rid of that one. It won't be the most efficient, but it'll be better than not having a source of water. Okay, the first one's up. They have to be built like 2 blocks apart. Gotta make sure we remember to put the actual things in there. Okay, gravity or scrap metal's going well. Once we get these set up, we'll be able to tie it, kind of like cross it off, and why have these stopped but this one's still going? Must just be low wind. They must have changed how wind works so that it's different at different Z levels. It used to be that they got like a stacking bonus for every Z level they were higher, but I think what they ended up doing was just making it so that, like, the higher you are up, the more wind you end up getting. Which I'm kind of okay with. I just have to figure out how it works. Like any other system. Okay, we need to turn off our aquatic farmers. I don't want them poisoning themselves, trying to get more food. I would like to set up another spatter dock one for later. So as you can see, all the water on the map turns into this bad water, which is like irradiated. And there's nothing we can really do about it, right now at least. All of our water comes from these 4 blocks right here. Right here. So in order to do something, we would have to, like, basically blow up a channel. And then eventually we would be able to drain it off the map. But that's going to be a while off. That's some late game malarkey. Okay, we should be able to do metal now. Yup. And when everything's working, we got plenty of power. Okay, we'll need... We have a tapper, so we might as well also do what looks to be enchanted wood, but really it's just resin. Like, they take wood and they you know, put a bunch of resin in it, and makes it stronger. Am I too close to this for it to, like, generate power? Okay, now you can build this one. We got a lot of projects going on. Everything looks good. We're running really low on lumber or timber because of the fact that we just straight up don't have energy a lot of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and take back what I said earlier. Do this. Bad tide's over. We'll let all the bad water wash out. Our farmers will clean up everything. Lost a lot of trees. A lot of trees. This is a good opportunity for something. Hold on. Okay. Since we have all these dead trees, we can cancel all of those. Cancel that. We want to actually get rid of that one. What we're going to do is build levees everywhere. We need a builder's hut. Hold on. Builder's hut. Builder's hut will let us have people who are actually dedicated to doing nothing but building. We're maxed out on wood anyway, so might as well. Okay, and then we want to put a pump here. How much does a pump cost? Fluid dump. Dump. 250. We can handle that. 2 of those. What we can do is we can manually transport water from some of our reservoirs over to right here. And that will give us the ability to greenify all this area. And we can grow spatterdock in this. And it will be safe from the bad water tides. It's not an efficient way of doing things, but it is a safe way of doing them. And sometimes in this game you have to do that. It's a bit of a trade-off you have to just kind of handle. Okay. Mark a couple of things as higher priority than others. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of a few of the extra inventors, just so we have the people necessary to, was water not flowing yet? Oh, it will be. There it goes. Food's going down a little bit. We're gonna remedy that though. How are these doing? Just short of planks. Looks like a lot of planks. How are you guys doing? Oh, you're doing pretty good actually. It's always good to stack up your raw materials before you actually get your refineries going. Oh, I think I need to lower this by 0.5. We're getting some backwash on the land. That's not what we want. Trying to figure out what I want to do with the bad water tides, because generally you can kind of like circumvent them by moving them around. We don't really have that luxury. We're just in the grind for planks right now anyway, so it's not a big deal. Hey, we got iron smelting. These are all good, so I can connect them. Should have plenty of power. These generate 85 each. These are generating 0, so that's a big difference. At least we'd have some sort of power production. Food's going down. Do I need to... I'd have to just keep the spatterdock. For now, at least. Okay. We can also start branching out into wheat. That would be good. Okay, we've officially unified our power grid. As you can see, we're basically delivering these three big ones, each do 233 apiece. So they are basically two of these small ones, and we're delivering it straight down into the power grid. Next thing we'll go for is gravity batteries. Gravity batteries do what they say. They hoist a very large rock, I think, or it's like a tub of rocks or something, up into the air, and then they drop it slowly. And as they drop it, they will create electricity. But what you want to do with them is you want them, the higher they start out, the longer the energy generation runs for. And so you want to just try to build like the tallest building you possibly can. So what I'm thinking is we kind of just keep going basically from here to here. Go there, there, there. Okay, and then we need to do like one more. And they won't have an issue building this. Or they shouldn't, at least. Okay. Do one there, one there. And then I'm gonna do a 2. And then a 3. Okay. I'll have to temporarily probably destroy this just to let them build it. Or we can work around it. It's probably the smarter plan. We're gonna do some of that scaffolding I bitched about earlier. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That one right there. And step, 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 step. Over. Platform. And walk in. I messed up, so I had to use a ladder. That'll take them a while to build. Oh, in the meantime, these guys will spatter dock a little bit. We're running pretty smoothly. It's just about the end of my stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything you'd like to see me do with the city, hit me up. I'm thinking, so what I like to do, if you're new to the channel, generally what I like to do is have 2 games going at once, and my general streaming schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, 9 p.m. Central for 3 hours. I work a full-time job, have 2 kids, I can't really do more than that. And so I like to have 2 games, and I'm thinking we might do one called Stranded Dawn. It's like RimWorld, but on a smaller scale, so you only have like 3 to 5 people. It seems to be, it's another city management game, like colony management, but you're sci-fi, stuck on a planet, and it's a pretty cool premise. It's made by the people who made, I think it's Surviving Mars. It's the terraforming game. where you terraform. I think it's Paradox. It's a pretty good time so far. So, generally, rule of thumb, I do not play any of the games that I play on stream off stream. So, if you join again the next time we play Timberborn, it'll be Timberborn as you left it. I won't have any more progress unless I tell you about it beforehand. So you're not going to miss anything or anything like that. Also, if we have large games going on, so games like this, generally what we'll do is if I end up getting some free time on a Saturday or a Thursday or a Tuesday, and I do end up streaming, I'll stream something really low key, like WoW or Star Trucker, stuff like that. That's just kind of, I can play it whenever type game. So that's just kind of how the channel works. Also, I am working on putting out one game review a week. I'm still working on my formatting. It's going to be what I call a shotgun review of an EA title, early access, and if I think it's going to make it to full release or not. My first one is going to be on Trading Card Game Simulator Shop thing. It's a very hard title to say, I swear. And we'll just see where it goes from there. Yeah, I know. Star Truckers, we could alter this in Star Trucker. That would be that would be two different kinds of games. Yo. I'll put a poll up on the channel and we'll see what people want to do. Before we get off, I'm going to go ahead and move my aquatic farmers up here because I'm getting tired of these like massive number of bad tides. And I don't want to starve to death. Because like they're not even getting to do a full crop. Let's see. Yeah, I wish I knew what cattails were used for. I think they're for grinding into biscuits. Yeah, cattail flour makes 4 hardtack biscuits. Gross. You guys have a good night. Be safe. And yeah. Oh, I just put out a redone version of my Warhammer 40k XCOM 2 playthrough. I went through and normalized all the audio and put it into just 3 videos. It's long. I thought it was good. It was before I really had people in there, so it's a lot more of me just kind of talking instead of talking to people on the chat. So there's that on there if you want to watch that. I'll see you guys next time, okay? What? See you on Friday. Okay. Later, guys.